This is Captain Ahvious, and welcome to the second episode of the Season 3 PDXCON Green Suburbs Global Build-Off on how to start and grow your city. We have established our first colonists of a little under 4,000 population, and in the early stage of the game, it is important to focus on both building a population and economy. In this episode, we will replace the generic yellow industry with the cleaner farming industry. This mini-series is a slower pace than what my longtime subscribers are used to, but it is also much more intimate, so you will clearly see with minimal time lapses on how I accomplish things.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and unlock this tile so that we have more space to add in more residential. And with the road, so I'm going to zoom out so I have a clear view on the curve that we're making. Again, we want to make large curves. The larger the curve, the more better your roads will look. So around that is a good curve, and this will also kind of follow the same, but we'll bring it a little closer there. And this is not ideal, but it closes that thing out. And we'll also add another curve. Let's try to branch it out in another direction just to mix things up a little bit. Here we have a little problem because the roads are much closer together, so that causes issues with your curve, but we're just gonna do our best to align them together. And this, you almost have no choice but to make straight roads. But that isn't too bad looking. I guess we could just add a few more here, but I'm worried about how this is going to close. So if you have large spaces like this, don't worry too much about that. You could always fill it in with a cemetery, and that should help fill in that gap. And of course you can put like pathways and things on the other side, so never feel bad about large spaces. They become an advantage instead. And do not be afraid of placing more cemeteries, even though they're just a few blocks away. I'd rather see more cemeteries than more dead people in my city. So it really depends on what is important to you. Okay, let's try to clean this out. I'm gonna turn off snapping so I could control that web here much better. And we will close this out, going there. So now I'm totally freeform or no snapping. And let's take a look. Yep, not too bad. We have a lot of space in between, good for pathings, and we have some parts which is very narrow and which is still just as good for more residential, which is exactly what we're gonna do. So you see this popping up sometimes, and it's not necessarily because you need more police stations. It's because your police station is already full. There are no more cells, or there are barely any cells left. So when this gets filled in, you're gonna see more crime. So at some point we want to put a prison instead of more police stations. But for now we will have to be using these. Place one there, and I think that's more than enough for residential, and that means we need to go back into our industry demands. So first we will have to do our road layout. Let's I want to put our garbage here, so same layout as there. We have our garbage facility here, and now we have the landscaping tools available. I want to flatten it out a little bit and kind of smooth it out going in, smooth it out going that way, make this gap larger once more. Then we can make a road. Again, we are going to be using that large roadway, but we're not necessarily going to connect it there. Instead, we're gonna make it curve in this direction. using our shortcuts. Oops. Curve, please. There you are. And from here, I want to go under. There. Please connect. That's not perfect, but there. And this, again, we want to maintain that curve. Oh my, we forgot to put water. Let's see, either we do it this way or we curve this way. Curving this way might be better because so we could occupy that piece of land there. Hold on. We need to either slow down time or provide water ASAP. I think water is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to keep it as ×3 speed the entire time because we want it to populate as soon as possible. Okay, and there we are. So let's continue our road network. We want to make a bridge going here, straight road there. So bridges do not curve. At least you don't want that to curve. And I'm actually going to keep that this as our enclosure for our bridge. And I'm actually going to make it go this way. Be slightly different. There. So you notice this slopes downward, which is not really zonable. So therefore doing this is actually viable because we're not really going to put anything on this triangle, or not as much because of its nature of its positioning. And I will want to we'll bring it closer there. And I wonder, I think I'll keep this open because I want to add in forestry industry here. So we will have two industries, farming and forestry, unless we chop it just a little more in this direction. That is a little funky. I'm not too pleased of how this worked out. So I'm gonna completely stop doing that. I prefer it doing this. See how long that straight and silky smooth road like this is tangled and confused. So is this. So I may have to redo a few things. This one is fine. This is a little too straight. Since this is low density residential, we can afford to redo roads. I think I'm gonna do that now. It vexes me looking at it. So let's redo this. We want a somewhat the same type of direction. No. Sometimes it's the nodes that causes issues. Come on, just maintain that turn. And do our best. Come on, turn. That is acceptable. I like that. That works. That totally works. What else can we fix? That's okay. This is okay. This is not okay. All right, let's redo this. We have 180 in the bank. So we can definitely afford redoing this. This happens to be a straight road simply because this is a cross. Let's see, shall we go left or downward? No. The node is forcing me to go there. It is really forcing me to go there, and that is not where I want to go. Let's see. Let's find something. If I did this, it would go straight again. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the results. And this, we'll just have to make it curve here. Yes. Here. It's a little wider. And I go there. It's a little too thin. I'm not a fan of an intersection to be too close together, so I may just leave it as that. And that might be acceptable. Yes, I think that's fine. It does look a lot better than before. And this will actually have to be redone. So this is good, this is not good. So let's go ahead and remake this. When you start off your city, you would say, why didn't you do that from the beginning? It's actually hard, especially when you don't have the funds. But now that we do, we can always just go back and redo things. Now this is an issue unless I take this one and make it go there. Alright, let's take a look at the top view. Yes, almost looks like a spider web, which is exactly what I'm going for. This is a little too harsh. Okay, I am, for the most part, I am happy with what we have. This is fine. Yes, yes. We could even do this. Put these together. What else? Oh, and this. It's a little too close, but that's fine. Let's rezone everything in. So fortunately we have the paint bucket tool. We may have to demolish because some of the buildings are already built and they are just going to build on the new unoccupied unit. So we're gonna have to delete some so that they would rebuild and occupy the entire empty unit. Oops, what did I do? Okay, that might be more than enough. Okay, so commercial. Go ahead and do this. And we're gonna go back into our industry demands, and this, yeah, this will, we have no choice but to keep that. But I want this to go slightly forward and then curve. Which way is it going? I guess it has to go this way. And there. This could meet up. Oh, actually, I want, we want to avoid this. So I'm gonna create a divider here, and look at that. Look how inviting this is. I wonder, yes, it can. It's about perfect, and this can just go here or there. Let me look. I might be more appropriate to go upward. Okay, looking good so far. Oops, that's a little too straight for my taste. There you are. If you enjoy organic roads and you're just not used to how to make it, I advise you to make an entire city, or at least a good 10 to 20,000 population, with just using the curve road tool and the freeform road tool. Just do that like a few cities, and then you will see a huge difference, and then you'll never look back at doing grid until you kind of get bored of doing organic roads. But at least you can now say that you know how to do it. That is more than enough. Let's continue adding. Okay, ×3 speed. I will have to redo this entire layout, but right now our goal is to reach level 5, so I'm just going to plop them down. But I'm also going to try to separate our processing buildings from each other. So for example, I have one here, so I see one there, and I am going to put one down there. So it's relatively far away from each other. Because of the pollution is just going to increase, especially when they are close together. So separate them as much as possible. So I'll put this one here, place one here, and especially avoid any buildings with trees. And we are now level 3. That was quick. Put this guy right here. Yes, that looks like a good location. And we have this now. Please go down, and you as well. If you could go straight to each other. Nope, not a chance. Okay, let's try to manipulate that. No, it will not. It does not want to. See, this is why I made this cross, so that the crops would be perfectly aligned. That is not the case here. And I don't want to make it go all the way straight. Or would it be okay? I think it'll be fine. Okay, let's keep that straight then. There. And look how behaved our flock is as they are going back to get milked. There they are. Corn, wheat. Oops, that's not wheat. This side, just to make it a little different, we will use the medium fruit field. And on the other side, there, we'll add that on the other side, and this can have, let's see, some processing building, but not too close to this. So it should be around this end. We will try this one. There. Hopefully there, see, it starts to pollute, but the crop fields won't matter as long as it's not near these. This side, nothing. We can't really do anything there. We also have to anticipate the slaughterhouses, which are relatively large, so we need large gaps. How many more do we need? Okay, I think we have this available. Let's just add a few more just to fill in some gaps. There you go, nice. Okay, that opened up the farm maintenance buildings, which is a space filler. It's there. Browse here. What else has opened for us? And we have the slaughterhouse, as I mentioned. Nothing. I guess we have no choice but to place it here. We have to do a little terraforming just to flatten this out. Not too much. Let's see, is this bad? Moo, yeah. Alright, we need to redo that. And move you back. It's still the same. I don't necessarily want to redo that. Okay, we'll just do some terraforming, and it's not as noticeable, so I guess we could just leave it. I would want just two slaughterhouses, no more than that. Where can I put the other one? By the landscape, this is the most flat area, so I guess I will have to place it here. Let me check. Noise pollution 50. No, I cannot put it there. I intend to replace this with residential. Does you notice our commercial, some of them are going abandoned simply because they are not encased in residential areas. So as much as possible, you want residents on both sides of the street surrounding the commercial, and that reduces the amount of the chances of not enough customers. Okay. This is a good time to dezone, especially when it is nearly flat. Oh, what happened to that road? We need that road. We need 4,000 population. When we have 4,000, we have the thermal, what is that called? I forget what that is called. The geothermal power plant, in replace of that coal power plant that we're using. Maybe we'll just go straight. And of course this has to be moved, and he is already full. He's got no place to dump. That's gonna be a problem. Fortunately, I noticed it. I'll just put this here so he has somewhere to unload. And of course, their garbage started to accumulate because there was nothing picking up the garbage. Yeah, that was good timing in putting that in. And I already mentioned that, yeah, we need to have residential on this side to reduce this from happening. Now we have more residential demand, which is a good thing. More demands is always good, especially when you are ready and prepared. Put this here. Let's see. I will actually make this into commercial. And this residential. I'll keep that open. This might have been overextended. Okay, that's good. That should dezone. There you go. We are nearly 4K pop, and again, I need to find that location for our slaughterhouse. Here might be okay. There you go, 4,000 pop. Yes. Do not crack the earth. Yeah. Why? I didn't know why I was surprised. Should not have been surprised. Let's see. Yeah, we have one there. So I have to push it a little further down. Okay. I could actually remove this road. Put you here. Again, we're scattering. This might not be a good spot. Yep. And put her over here. So before I'm dropping it down, I'm looking at the red circle, which indicates the noise pollution. So I'm making sure that it's not touching into those tiles. Place it there. Okay, that looks good. And we will move this guy here. They're a little too close. I need to place some on this side. So the separation of our slaughterhouse is good. So it does not look too redundant. This will have to be redone. Let's see, ×3 speed. What can we do here? What is available and what else do we need? We just need about 100 more workers and a few more thousand for processed goods. There's still pollution here, so I cannot zone anything there. Let's check. Yeah, we still need a lot of garbage, and I am ready for that. So you could always tell exactly what your residents will demand for. And let's also put in our water sewage facility. We are now going to convert to the eco. Come on, go in and go to the other side. Nope, not what I wanted. Want this straight. And I want a good slope here. This one is fine. We haven't upgraded our roads yet. We're gonna wait until we have both industries on level 5, where we get maximum profit. Then we could start upgrading our roads. Yeah, that looks good. I enjoy that. Wait, we have geothermal power plant. That's right. Where can we put her? We'll put it right here, side by side. We'll leave a slot there for pathways. Oh no, I forgot about the noise pollution. Let's put her here then. Yes, that works. We may need one more power location. I will put you somewhere flat here. Yeah, that works. Yes, that definitely works. And now I can proceed to delete these guys, that one, and we're gonna wait for the pollution to dissipate on that end. Here we could also move, put it on that side. What? There you go. Relocation costs. We could also move the main farming building. Put it there. For small animal pastures, they produce noise. How much noise do these guys produce? I mean, they moo a lot, and I would be annoyed if I was living near there. 25. Not too bad. Oops, I created a new one, which was not necessary. Just fine. Could always just relocate somebody else. And you. So I'm again looking at the number of the buildings that I have and trying to scatter them so they do not look as redundant. The inner part though is very redundant with all of these crop fields, but again we are just trying to separate the pollution. Like that. And garbage, yes. Good thing I peaked up a little bit. Okay, we need to flatten just a little more. Here, one here. Okay, go, 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 do your job. I think the pollution there has dissipated. No, not enough. That's all right. We have ample space here. let's see, let's cut this. So if this were going that way, okay, I enjoy that. I think that is very acceptable. Yes. And there, we will zone this. Make everybody happy. I'm sure I remember to add in pipes down here, but I don't remember if I added more water. But we do have 2 pumps, so I am computing that it is enough, at least for until 5,000 population. All right, what are we missing? We just need to wait for that, and we need a few more. Right, that's fine. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, just need more fields. I hope this would work. Change that into potatoes. Actually, you could make it a greenhouse. And where are other viable locations here? Crop fields, do they produce any noise? No, they do not, but the trucks do. Actually, if I keep this as a greenhouse, this doesn't look as bad. Or should I make that straight? Yeah, I probably need to make this straight. Okay, let's try it again. You should connect perfectly. Snugly like a glove. And potatoes. Oh no, I don't know if there's ample space for this. So the entire time, oh yes it is. Yes, good, good, very good. Yeah, well, since I started it, might as well just continue. Yeah, so the entire time I have been watching exactly where I'm putting buildings down, but I may have to rejig this, but this looks like a good layout, so I could kind of finalize this area by adding some paths. We're also going to proceed to add in, and we are now level 5. Okay, so with that level 5, we can extend some of these things. So I will relocate this, delete this, and use the larger version if it would allow me to. Oops. There. What is this? This is potatoes. Actually, let's change that. Is that corn? Yeah, corn. Yeah, that. Let's see if we could somehow add there. Or maybe not. Let me see. I'll put this guy. Wait. I usually try to keep this around 50 tons each on both sides, but since we're just going to be using 2 tiles and we're not gonna grow any further than that, our goal again is just to reach at least, actually we've exceeded 1,000 population, but this is just for the competition and we just need to make a suburb, but we need to have enough economy in order to grow and add more nice things to our city, to our small town. All right, what else can we replace? So we've added that. I think this we can also replace. Let's move this. So yes, yes. We're gonna use the larger version, going all the way across. It's a shame that I can't make it connect, and there's not even space there for or a road or a path. What else? I think this can fit here. Yes, it can. And can make this into a greenhouse. But it kind of cracked the earth. Let me see. Let's bring her back. And let's use the other type. There. Just need to make sure it's the same. So pairs. Pairs. It's a little in the opposite direction, but that is okay. This is wheat. Right, so now I'm starting to look at color and variation. So we have a greenhouse here, a greenhouse there, crops here. Well, these are with trunks or branches. Yes, I don't know how to call them. They're both the same. It's a fruit field, crop field. Okay, fruit field. Yeah, I should have known. And here, yeah, we have this. Let me see. I think all we need to do is just add in pathways, and that should be the end of that. I could delete this. A little redundant there. This is slightly redundant as well. I will delete this. No. Yes. I'm undecided. It's just there's too many. Yeah, I think I'll delete it. Oh, that's right. There's a large there is a large animal pasture. I wonder if it could fit anywhere. Well, it'll definitely fit here. Let me see. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's check. So 4917. Let's see. Can we add more flour mills? Where can we put more flour mills? I don't see any viable location for a flour mill. We need more color. So we'll make this into wheat. Wheat. So yeah, wheat. Then we got those, got that. And I think I'm happy with this layout. Yes, I am quite happy with what we have here. Okay, let's proceed with this side. So we have still a lot of demands for industry. So now I'm going to start zoning our forestry. And while this is generating, we're gonna go back to our farming and redefine it and finalize its layout. So this, we'll just start with, this is a fairly large building. Place that there. Might not be the right location. Okay, I think I'll have to put it here. Or here. Yeah, this is all residential. I should not touch that too much. That's noise. Okay, so put it here then. There you go. And a few fields. Ooh, yeah, that's very thin. Let's see. So I'm aware that this is sloping downward. Let's check. Oh, it doesn't. So it starts to slope here. That means we could have processing buildings up here. So on the slope, we need to take advantage of that. We'll actually put it here. So these guys do not require any electricity. So I could just leave them alone for a while. But we do need processing buildings. These guys do not produce any pollution, any ground pollution. So that is great information. Is there a crack? Yes, there's a crack. Yeah, that's okay actually. I like the positioning of that. A little redundant of where we're putting it, but that is the only available building, only available processing building. So I should not be too concerned about its layout until we have level 5 like this, where we are beginning to kind of wrap up how it will look. All right, so now we can put residential here. The issue now is, of course, they are surrounded by noise. Let's check that noise pollution, but this was totally intentional. I want to place our residential right in the middle. Now I'm going to select exactly the units that we are going to fill in. Now I need to test something. I want to make sure that we are doing this properly. After they build, I'm gonna upgrade just this set of roads. I want to see if the buildings will have to be redone because the roads got larger, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just keep it as is. Yeah, let's upgrade a few roads just to test. Yeah, it does break. It does break a little. What happened to you? And here, no one's complaining in the middle. And what are we going to do on that side? We are just gonna plant trees. Could actually decorate a little more, put in some fencing. You know what? Let's actually do that. I usually do little detailing towards the end, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense if I don't do that now. So as I drop down, I press both left and right mouse button, so it would automatically rotate as I drop it down. So it does not look like it's the same direction the entire time. Right, maybe I'll just keep it up to here. We don't want to overdo it. There's a lot of things we need to do. I need to focus on population. Excuse me, going straight. Turn off snapping, please. Okay, fine. Turn off snapping. No, do not connect. And let's add in some pathways. I think I'll just go for the dirt roads or dirt paths. It's kind of like my favorite type of path, other than cement or pavement. I want that other one here. See how much time we have consumed just by doing this. This should definitely be towards the end. Alright, we're not gonna overdo it, but that is basically the idea, and that is how we are going to kind of stop the pollution. We're gonna do that on both sides, but we will do that towards the end of the episode. Alright, we need a lot more residential. Okay, so we're just gonna go basic zoning like that. Okay, now we need more commercial. I am running out of space. Where can we put our commercial? This was meant to be more residential. I am at a bind. Oh, here. Yes. Okay, now we have more places to zone commercial. I'm a little worried because I'm not sure how much space we'll have towards the end of this water. There you go. I mentioned around 5,000 population. I already knew that that was gonna happen. Oh, it's a power thing. It wasn't the water. Either way, we needed it. We are at about 500,000 bank, which is great. This is level 2, so we now have other buildings available. I will place some here. So these guys produces pollution. And we want to put them on a flat surface. I guess I have to relocate this fella here. Fortunately, this is the best spot for him because that is the most flat. Yeah, this is the ideal location. Or here, actually. Let's put this here instead. This could probably be let me think. Here? Where can I put this? Here. Yeah, I just don't like those cracks. Put you on this side. Unfortunately, it's very redundant, but again, we really need that level 5, so let's not be too concerned about that. A few here. I think this makes sense if I place these here. Except that, yeah, they need we need to add trees. So the good thing about forestry is that, as you can see, there are no trees there, so you could actually create your own ground resource with forestry. Unlike ore, oil, and farming, you need to find that, but this, you could basically place your forestry anywhere on the map. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that. Okay, that's, wow, we built too much. Right, more. Whoa, water. We need water. Yeah, it looks like he didn't have water for a very long time. Otherwise, he would not have abandoned. Man, but that is just commercial, so not too bad. Okay, that's good. We could probably start occupying the other side. And I think we could also zone here. Okay, I think it really looks good so far. We just need to fill this in. So I think that's how we're gonna end our episode, by fixing our farming area. So I will do, and look at our income. It's at 20k per week. So yeah, we are definitely in the positive. I may redo this on the next episode, or redo this. Maybe I'll finalize this area before we start moving to the left. So let's fix this.
And this concludes today's episode where we maximize the industry level of the farming area and have also started to level up the forestry. Economy plays a large role in the prosperity of any city. It allows the city to grow further and to be able to afford nice things. The city is now sitting with over half a million in the bank, and in just the second episode, our weekly income is also quite prosperous. We have also dabbled with some detailing, which will continue until the end of the video. According to the city's demands, we need to add more housing, which will be the focus on the next episode, where we expand to the island on the left. Until then, this is Captain Ahvious. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the detailing portion of the episode, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.